Okay. Devin Haney, he moved up in weight, but he was still bigger than the guy who was fighting at the weight, Regis Prograis. He rehydrated like 25 pounds. Let's talk about it. What up, Fight World? It's your boy Ego, and I'm back with some more boxing best in the business, and it's really not even close. Subscribe to the channel. It's free. Jedi Goodman. He is somebody who frequently puts out numbers. You definitely should follow him via social media. This is his Twitter page. He has the California State Athletic Commission. The official reports: California, New York, and INSAC, Nevada, they are the strictest commissions in boxing. And I guess California, they required the main event and the fighters to weigh in the day of the fight, or maybe after the weigh-in. So let me explain this, because some people haven't seen what's been happening with a lot of fights in the world of boxing. So back in the day, weigh-ins used to be the same day. Like if the fight was Saturday, they would do the weigh-in Saturday. That's long since been removed. So what happens now is you have the weigh-in the day before on a Friday. So if the fight's on Saturday, they weigh in the day before. With that, more recently, we've seen a lot of like pay-per-view cards mostly. We've seen these cards where at the end of the day, they're doing an early morning weigh-in, at least for the main event, to see and ensure that the person has made weight so as to not hold them until the public weigh-in. The ceremonial weigh-in is what it's called. So the ceremonial weigh-in is the weigh-in that everybody sees, where the cameras are rolling and sometimes there's a public audience there. So a lot of pay-per-views, I think what's happening here is they don't want the fighters to miss weight and ruin the pay-per-view card, and or it's not a title fight, or one person's not eligible for the title because they missed weight. So they're doing basically a pre-weigh-in. It's kind of like the UFC. The UFC has been doing this for years. They do like a pre-check and make sure, and that's the official weights that you later see. So when you see them later, let's say 1 p.m., when you see Devin Haney and Regis Prograis, the weigh-in I went to, right? They've already like been able to eat and replenish, and the weight that is announced to the public is from earlier in the morning. So I had to explain that. For more boxing knowledge, this is your one-stop shop. So Jedi Goodman, he reports oftentimes the numbers and whatnot. This is from California, the commission itself. INSAC has stated that the Haney Prograis event, these are the weights. Devin Haney on the day of the fight was weighing 165 pounds, which means from his early morning weigh-in, he was up 25 pounds from the weigh-in weight. So basically the next day. So he weighed in on Friday at one thing, and then the next day he had ballooned up 25 pounds. Prograis, he weighed in 156.8, and that was up 17.8. So both guys rehydrated. Prograis didn't exactly rehydrate over 20 pounds. Devin Haney did. So why is this interesting? Well, it's interesting because this is the new law of the land. This is what's happening. There's a lot of guys who, like, just think about this. Devin Haney was considered the guy who was at lightweight moving up. So this was his first foray into 140 pounds, and he fought for a title. The other guy is a career 140 pounder, and Devin Haney is actually weighing more than the guy who's at the weight come the next day. And the great Ego Stradamus strikes again. What can I say? Where do I really even start? I told you I was there live, and Devin Haney looked big. He looked bigger than Regis Prograis. His back looked huge, especially considering he was the guy moving up. And now we know why, because he weighed 25 pounds higher. And now these are the other people from the undercard. Devin Haney made 140 exactly. And then by the day of the fight, you guys see down here, he rehydrated to 165 pounds. And they had 8-ounce gloves. Regis Prograis came in at 139 and came to the 156.8. So without a doubt, Devin Haney was the bigger man. Despite moving up, he was the bigger man come fight night. My thoughts, I mean, this is, for me, this is every day. It's nothing shocking to me. It's nothing new to me. The reality is most people are using medical science and the advancements in medical science, and they're competing at weight classes that they're crunching their bodies and dehydrating themselves, hitting a number on the scale, and then doing just this. So it's nothing new. Canelo has done this. Amir Khan stated in post-fight interviews after so keep in mind, Amir Khan he was asleep. He was snoring, right? Amir Khan stated post-fight that, keep in mind that fight was at 155. Amir Khan said that Canelo weighed 180, 190 pounds in that particular fight. I remember Terrence Crawford. He was at lightweight, 135 pounds, the great Crawford, right? And when he fought against Yuriorkis Gamboa, being a lightweight at the time, 135 pounder, he made the weight and then he replenished and rehydrated to like 155, 156, right around there. You guys can look this stuff up. So gone are the days of Manny Pacquiao. I believe, woo. Gone are the days of Bernard Hopkins. Gone are the days of Floyd Mayweather. Easy work, like I said before. At the end of the day, hard work, dedication. Those pioneers in the sport of boxing, they were among some of the last fighters to really walk around at a certain weight and compete really close to that weight. So Devin Haney, I knew he looked big. Now we find out why. He was definitely bigger. He sat Regis Prograis down. For more on my breakdown, make sure you guys check that out. But this is not, I mean, 25 pounds is a lot, especially since he was the guy moving up. But again, it just makes you wonder how Devin Haney how on earth was he even making 135 pounds? And I told you his face was showing the effects. Now his body is doing what it wants to do because he had that cushion, that 5-pound cushion. And people don't understand those extra poundage, that really matters. You know, Devin Haney, he's talked about making 135 again for the right fight. But I mean, just let the numbers show. I don't know if he can make 135. If he's going up to 165 on the day of the fight, you know, I really doubt he can make 135. So a lot of people are hyped and saying, oh, Gervonta Davis and stuff. I'm pretty sure Tank Davis doesn't rehydrate this much. So it's very doubtful that they can come to, at least for me, that they can come to a weight that works for both of them, that makes sense, that the fans want to see the fight at. You know what I mean? I know some people are going to say, oh, Tank, you're the A side, go to 140 and fight Devin there. But, you know, as the A side, you're not going to fight at someone else's preferred weight class when you have the leverage over them. I mean, that doesn't make sense. But, you know, we'll see what manifests. Devin Haney thought to be the smaller guy, thought to be the guy moving up. He weighed more than Regis Prograis. I mean, what was impressive is Devin Haney added this extra weight and he still was able to fluidly move around. And at the end of the day, Regis Prograis looked like he had 2 left feet. He couldn't get out the way of shots. So Devin Haney wasn't like leaning on Regis Prograis or anything like that. So, I mean, who knows if he didn't rehydrate 25 pounds, if it would have made much of a difference. Because for me, Regis Prograis' whole game plan really looked like it was in shambles. There was like no redeeming moments. There's no moments where he hurt Devin Haney or where he got the best of Devin Haney. It was really an awkward, weird, and bad strategy from Regis Prograis, you know? So Devin Haney, definitely big. You can see why he's talking about potentially fighting at welterweight against the likes of Barrios, who moved up, Mario Barrios, who fought Tank in the past, Keith Thurman, especially if he's rehydrating. Like Eddie Hearn said, he definitely could move up to the next division if you're rehydrating to basically super middleweight, which is what David Benavidez and Demetrius Andrade had to weigh in at, you know? And then with them guys, who knows how much Benavidez weighed on the night of the fight. I did do a video about it. Andrade's people said he ballooned up to 190. So again, this is nothing new. Guys weighing in at 168, Andrade, Benavidez, and then they're ballooning to 190, 200 pounds after they've made that initial sacrifice. Let me know what you guys think. Drop your thoughts in the comment section. Best in the business. Subscribe to my channel. YouTube will now show you some other videos that I've done that you'll definitely be interested. So take a look at those.